I'm about to go to Montreal for a couple days, but I currently have a ridiculous amount of crochet and knitting projects that need my attention. So I'm bringing a few of them with me, and the plan is to find some cute coffee shops in Montreal where I can spend some time working on these projects. But first, I have to drive 8 hours to get there. So that's all I'm gonna say for the intro, and now let's get on the road and head to Montreal. I keep thinking someone's gonna walk in because the elevator is so loud, but no one's coming. I am currently in Montreal for 4 nights, and at the moment I have to hang out for an hour, so I'm just going to work on my projects to kill a little bit of time, and I am specifically going to try working on this project for the next hour. I just cast on 124 stitches for this top, and I am going to join in the round after the first row. I was going to join in the round right after casting on the stitches, but it's not stretching enough for me to be able to do that. I just finished my first row, and I swear it took me 20 minutes to do, so I'm realizing that this will be a very time-consuming project, and I'm not going to be able to finish it as quickly as I thought. So I'm just gonna have to accept that I might finish this top near the end of summer, but that's okay. First row completed, and I am now going to join in the round. Yes. We're making some progress. So it is my last day in Montreal, unfortunately, because I've really been loving it. I have even been considering moving here. I don't know how I would make that happen. Okay, so let me show you where I'm at with my projects. Yesterday, I went to the cutest coffee shop. So pretty. I honestly could go there every single day just to knit and crochet. It was such a vibe. Yeah, I spent a couple hours there knitting yesterday, and pretty much all I got done, I mean, it was a decent amount, but it doesn't look like I got a lot done, and it's this right here. I finished the ribbing, and then what I did is, so I don't know if I explained what I'm doing for this top, but pretty much I'm doing a band up top, and it's gonna be a tube top, but it's gonna be a very frilly tube top, kind of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a frill by doing 2 rows of knit one, make one right, and then it'll just increase and go like that, and then but in a frilly way. That is what I have in mind, but I don't know if it's going to look the way that I imagined it. Even though I spent probably, honestly, I think it was 3 or 4 hours at that coffee shop yesterday knitting pretty much just this project alone, I didn't get that much done because the knit one, make one right, 2 rows of that took me forever to do, but I finished 2 rows of that and I think 1 regular row. I have increased my stitch count from, it was originally 124 stitches for this band right here, and I tripled that number, so it's somewhere around what was it, 12, 24, 36, like 360 stitches, around that amount, I think. So it's going to take me a little while to make because of how many stitches I have to work with. But now I'm starting to get a little discouraged with this top because I'm worried that it's not going to work out and I'm going to waste all this time working on a project that's just not going to look good. I've been jumping back and forth between my multiple projects because I work on one and then I get discouraged by it, and then I jump to another and then I get discouraged by that, and then I rotate between all these different projects, and then I never finish one project because I'm never just focusing on one. Anyways, this is the other one I've been working on. So I made a little bit of progress on this one. I haven't worked on this project nearly as much as I worked on this one. I really, really, really love this stitch pattern, and I am using a single ply superwash merino yarn, and I find that a single ply merino yarn looks really pretty with this stitch. So this stitch is called Star Stitch or Margaret Stitch. I probably have to, like, the amount of rows that I have so far, I probably have to double it and then I will be done the rectangle. So like, I have high hopes for this top. I've also worked a little bit on this sweater. Let me show you. Even though I said I was going to focus mostly on the summer projects, I couldn't help myself. I just needed to feel like I was close to finishing a project, and the only project that I'm close to finishing is this one. But yesterday when I was working on it, I started to realize just how big it was, and I'm starting, now this project is stressing me out because I feel like I might have made it too big, like this way. So I did work, I think, 1 or 2 rows of this sweater yesterday, and that's when I realized that maybe a little too big, and now I don't know what to do about this project either. I find it really hard to work on a project when I have a lot of doubt about it, and unfortunately I've reached that point with this sweater here. But now I have a little bit of time to kill this morning. I think I have like 15 or 20 minutes, so I think I'm gonna crochet because as I was saying, this is the only project that's not really giving me that much doubt at the moment. So I'm gonna focus on this a little bit and try not to think too much about this sweater. When I get home, I'm going to measure this sweater to see if it's too big, because it might be okay. I might be overthinking it. And then this project, I'm still gonna work on it. I think it will look good. I think I'm just overthinking it. That's all the crochet I'm going to do right now because I am going to go explore Old Montreal now because I have yet to see it and it is my last day, and I am going to bring you guys with me and show you around a little bit. So let's go do that. I am so tired because I spent most of the day walking through Old Montreal. It was very beautiful, but I am definitely exhausted. But I am now going to work on this project, this sweater. But throughout the day today, I worked on this one right here, and I made, honestly, a lot of progress. Just because I think I mentioned earlier that I have 380 stitches, about that, on my needles right now. And I knit about, I think, like 7 rows. But now I'm gonna work on this sweater because I am motivated to work on it again. I think I mentioned again earlier, might have been yesterday, I forget when, I mentioned that I was starting to feel a little discouraged with this sweater because I felt like it was gonna be too big. But then I was looking a bunch of pictures on Pinterest. I was specifically looking up oversized sweaters, and I noticed that their measurement, their horizontal measurement, was just as long as mine, if not longer, for a lot of the oversized looks. And then I remembered, I'm pretty sure I did take measurements before making this sweater. So I'm just gonna trust the process. I'm gonna start working on it again, even though it's not a summer project, but I don't care. I do not care at this point. Oh my god, I'm so hot right now because I'm wearing a sweater in the summertime. My grandma knit this sweater, and isn't it so pretty? I love it so much. I love the style of it. I want to make something similar to this, maybe with some of the yarn that I recently bought in Montreal. Which, by the way, if you're seeing some yarn here on my bed, it's because I just finished filming the yarn haul portion of my previous video that I would have uploaded right before this one. It is titled, I drove 8 hours to buy yarn, in case you want to check that out, because I do show you all the yarn that I bought while in Montreal, which is super pretty. And I also show you what the yarn stores look like, and I just bring you along for the whole process. I think I'm pretty much done filming this vlog, but I wanted to come on here and let you guys know something kind of, you know how I kept on mentioning that I would be super bummed out if I had to take apart this project because I've been working on it for so long because of how many stitches are on my needles, because of the amount of times that I increased throughout this project. Yeah, so it took me forever to get to this point right here, even though it doesn't even look like a lot, but it's because it's so bunched up together. Like, look at that. I was saying how devastated I would be if I had to take it apart because I messed up or something. Well, guess what? I think I'm going to take it apart. And it's not necessarily because I messed up. It's more so because I'm realizing that I won't have enough yarn. Oops, it's just a little tangled here. This is how much yarn I have left. I feel like I remember this ball being around like this big, and just going off of that, I'm realizing that I might not have enough. So I was looking online at the store Yarns Entangled, because that's where I bought this yarn. This is a lichen and lace yarn. I think it's called Wildflowers, and they do still have some in stock, but I don't really want to buy just one skein of yarn online because then I'm gonna have to pay $15 for shipping, and then it end up being like $50 something just for one skein of yarn. That just doesn't really seem worth it to me. So that is why I'm considering taking apart this project, even though it's looking really pretty and I didn't do anything wrong, there are no mistakes. I think I'm going to take it apart and then make something similar, but with less increased stitches, so that I can make a similar top that I was originally thinking of making, but I could get away with making it with one skein. So let me show you what I wanted to make with it. The plan that I had for this top was making a top similar to this. I will include a clip of me wearing this top so that you can see what it looks like on. It's super cute. I really, really do love the style of this top. And so I wanted to make more like it. But actually this top right here, originally I wanted it to be more of like a ruffle. But it didn't really end up being a ruffle. But I realized that I think that in order to get that, I would need to do 2 rows of knit one, make one right, and not just 1 row of that. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. I'm not going to take this apart. I would love to hear your suggestions if you have any. I could always continue with this project but make it significantly shorter than I made this one. But I don't know what that's going to look like if it's super frilly, and then I don't know. I don't know what the end results are going to look like. It could look like this but ruffled and go downwards, or I'm thinking realistically it could also just poof out, which I'm hoping isn't the case. But since there are so many stitches, I'm thinking it could also go like a tutu instead of going downwards. But as I'm saying all this out loud, part of me thinks I shouldn't take this apart and should maybe just continue and make it a more cropped version of this and see what it looks like. Worst case scenario, it looks stupid, and then I take it apart at that point. Pretty much, I just talked myself into continuing this project. I was super convinced that I was going to take it apart, but now I don't know. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, please give them in the comments. I would love to know your ideas and what you think I should do with this. If you think I should take it apart, if you think I should make it cropped, or if you think I should buy that extra skein online. Which I really don't want to do. Maybe don't recommend that to me, because if someone tells me that I should buy that extra skein, I probably will buy that extra skein. So anyways, that is all that I have for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you guys enjoy watching vlogs like this, I have a few more on my channel if you guys want to check those out. I will include it at the end of this video if you want to continue watching some more videos like this. I am going to go now, but hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!